There is the fifth conference. To constitute a negative clause with the be-verb. The be-verb to describe the existence of the subject is described by the adverb not directly. The opposite definition of the clause to state that a subject exists is the only one, as that the subject does not exist. Sorry? There is not any other option to convey the opposite intention except the non-existence of the subject. It is not. Actually, the fact that the speaker indicates the subject it in this clause may convey the premise that the subject indicated by the personal pronoun it already exists. The adverb not describes the be-verb to describe the existence of the subject, and the clause with the adverb not describes the non-existence of the subject. The speaker applies the modal verb do to emphasize the definition of the be-verb in the imperative clause. The subject of the imperative clause are abbreviated because the speaker and the listeners are both agreed ahead before the statement is delivered to the listeners in a way that the subject of the imperative clause are always the listeners. The speaker delivers the imperative intent to the listeners, so the subject in a clause may be abbreviated. Even though the subjects who are the listeners are abbreviated in a statement, the speaker and the listeners understand that the subject who are the listeners exist. So we can understand that there is an imperative clause. Do not be sad. We can understand that the be-verb be and the objective sad as a unit to describe the condition of the subject who are the listeners. And the specification of the adverb for the modal verb do may be able to be understood to deny the condition of the subjects who are the listeners, because the listeners as the subjects are agreed to exist already, and the adverb not may deliver the intent of the speaker to deny the condition of the subjects for the listeners, described by the phrase of the be-verb be sad. Thank you for watching.